Welcome back to the DreamHack PUBG Showdown. Of course, this is all the qualifiers to get to Austin. This is round 2 of today, but overall it's been a little bit of a longer one. And of course, this is including yesterday's games as well. We do need to see that scoreboard, which will be coming up in a second. But this isn't Richard. It's someone else. Martin's joined us. We're chilling.
Greetings.
How you doing today?
Thank you for having me. I've had a great sleep, and now 10 more games today. Yeah, I'm just excited because we're gonna have 4 teams, just sending them through.
Yeah,
it's gonna be good.
True. We have EU.
In a very short time, we're gonna know 4 more teams.
That is true. EU and NA we'll be finding out today, of course. EU first, that is what we're doing right now. We can see that updated leaderboard, the standings as they do currently stand. And of course, while we do that, we can take a second to thank the sponsors right now, which is Corsair and Monster Energy coming through. And someone who's come in real hot today. Look at Vitality. What a turnaround from them. They finished, I think, within the top 3 in that matchup. The Knights, what a surprising story for them.
Yeah, I didn't expect Grammar to be able to snake it along. He was, when I saw him, okay, he's in top 6. This is respectable considering they lost a lot of players. They got a lot of pressure onto them, and he just kept snaking. And it just the perfect timing for Crimson to behind that rock, and that it's just perfect. So super well played. But them being up there without taking any chicken dinners just shows the amount of consistency coming out of them.
Exceptional play, even not even that high on the kills either. They have great positioning. Clearly, they're able to kind of play the circles, and look at the total points as well. That is so close from, first to about what 8th. That's all very viable. Crimson were not particularly in the running here for quite some time. They were down quite low, and now they've really jumped up. Of course, with the last couple of games that they had, doing very nicely for themselves, getting that dinner, of course.
And 17 kills as well.
7.
They had 17 kills.
It's pretty spicy.
Yeah, it's pretty spicy.
That's really good work.
Close to a third of the server. Very well played by them. Of course, we need to see them as well. I mean, what I didn't expect, though, I expected more of the teams having more chicken dinners. We've had 6 games, 6 different chicken dinners. That's also show the amount of, the skill, like it's so close still. Because
in North America, we had, what, how many dinners did that one team win? Was it like 3?
3, yeah. Set to Destroy had 3 yesterday in 5 games.
And, of course, we have had FaZe Liquid go through a couple other teams who did get multiple wins, but this is just the story of Europe right now. There's a lot of teams that can compete. Everyone's so good. If they get the right circles, they get that right starting loot, whatever it is, they're able to replicate greatness. And we've seen that, as you said, 6 different times now.
Yeah, fantastic. We're excited to see if Pittsburgh Knight, they can keep up this consistency and maybe take a chicken dinner or 2 when we're done for today. Of course, also talking about the lower teams here, Vegas Squadron, Project X, Alabama North. They've had some rough games. DC as well. Plumber starting with 2 again today.
Oh,
so unfortunate.
God bless Hayes. I mean, he's having such a bad day. We were just saying that he's had mic issues during that game. You can check out his Twitter as well. He's updated people on what's happened there. But what a horrible way to start your day out.
Yeah, not the way you were hoping for.
No.
Yeah. So I was getting told that they were allowed to get us up. So hopefully there will be 3 or 4 players in the next games throughout the day. Obviously, maybe you're not going to be able to take home top 2, but you still want to have a great showing, right?
You want to have a chance. I mean, at the moment, it feels like they've just been given such a bad hand. But, I mean, it is what it is. You can't really change much about that. But as said, that top 8 right now, there is room for everyone to get into that top 2. There's plenty of potential. If someone slips, someone gets a little bit rusty or doesn't put up another good performance, you could see anyone jump up that scoreboard, that ladder board. Rogue obviously slipping away from that top spot. Noxious as well. Na'Vi still very much within the running here. So again, there's so much room. And Vanguard, considering they did well for themselves, didn't finish that high up either.
No, I mean, if they get a Crimson game next game, they're going to be up there as well. Even down to, DC, if they get a Crimson game, they're straight into the top 6 kind of.
That is true. So if anyone can, double up, let's say they get 2 chicken dinners, which we've seen already. We saw that, in North America. We've seen it in Europe. In the previous qualifiers, it's very possible. That could then open up huge amounts. That's obviously 800 points plus any kills you'd have to get on the way. So that can shoot you from almost anywhere up towards the top, almost. Yeah. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but there is potential mathematically to make it work. Now, obviously, this does mean we are getting close to us getting to the game. I've heard the teams are almost ready. So is there anyone that surprised you in the first game that stood out to you, or was it kind of as you'd expect?
I mean, Vanguard staying in those locations, being able to kind of defend it as well, because they had so much pressure from multiple positions, and I was kind of surprised that they were able to do that. Good plane here going from Sarga to Milta. It's going to be opening up most of the map here. That's a very, very good plane as well. I didn't see any kind of upsets or unexpected stuff happening in the first plane, but it's kind of excited to see here. We have 63 in, so it's going to be the Plumbers. They're going to be missing one player, I believe. Otherwise, we're not going to see DC. They're not going to go Pachinki again. They're going to swap it up again, going Milter Power, I believe.
Yeah, last time they did that, they split around Mini Milter, Milter Power, and some of the other sort of buildings on the extremities. So they weren't contested there either, so I'm hoping we get to see that from them. I wonder if there's any switch-ups here, though.
Yeah, I'm not too sure about that. Navi's going to have a long run down to Primorsk if they want to go there. Still, this southeastern side of the map is just so contested. Project X guys, Knights, DC, Vitality
are there now, yeah. Last time they kind of went across towards Farm and they split a little further towards the west, but this time very much dedicated towards Milter Town.
Yeah, they're going to be staying down here. Monkey going for the Monkey compound. DC kind of knows this as well. Kavorka here is going to jump out. I think he must have been stuck on the toilet maybe. Usually you see them jumping in the S9 area. Oh, I see a little...
Ring of Roses.
Yeah, it's not beeping though.
Yeah, he's missed out on it.
Yeah,
he's done the back.
Yeah,
Run! Oh, here's the beeping. The dodges.
The dodge.
It's perfect. And this is where there's going to be an AK in that building. It's like, all right, I need to go. Yeah. Oh, that was great. Good dodging maneuvers from the Crimson boys.
That's fantastic. Oh, he actually got an AK. Oh, he's going to... Oh!
That's a tag. That is one more shot, and that could do so much work here. Oh, my God. And, of course, that's where the AK is.
Yeah.
Just makes sense, doesn't it?
That's Shag. Oh, look at this circle. Fantastic circle as well. It's going to be super happy for the Noxious boys. Kavorka, though, he's kind of gliding towards the military. I'm not sure what he's been doing, but the three other players, they are going to be in Yasnaya. Probably going to see some somewhat early rotations from other teams trying to get on that northern side. Usually we don't see much transitions very early, but it could be happening with this kind of type circle and the plane we had. Everyone kind of being on the southwestern side, having to come in from that side.
At the moment, it does seem as though, as you said, the guys up in Yasnaya are going to be having a great time here. This is exactly what they're going to be wanting. Means they don't have to move, not too much pressure. And actually, Crimson guys, they actually did manage to get Savage down.
Yeah, they knocked the guy that tried to hunt them down and knock him. But here, Kavorka on the hunt. And then now the BM punch him out.
Beautiful. I love that. That's what you get for trying to run me over at the start, you know, just like that. All right, you try and run us over, we'll get you back. Now, Rogue do have an interesting storyline for themselves. They've got a long rotation route past a lot of players. That southern road leading up from Milter is going to be littered with teams. You could see people gatekeeping or just being a nuisance. You get that DP, plenty of ammo. Why not go for it? But for now, that's all in the back of people's minds. There should just be generally decent enough looting. Like, no one should be really fighting too much. At the moment, I'm curious why Rogue are shooting in the south. Are they okay? I'm just seeing them just taking shots randomly.
Yeah, just shooting around. Maybe testing the gun's velocity, whatever. Maybe.
I mean, why not? Who knows?
I'm not too sure about what they're doing.
Maybe they're just spamming mouse one. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't have to. Knights are in a nice position too, and they've been playing very nicely for themselves. They've been having good games. They obviously finished within the top 2, should I say, even in the previous matchup. So they're in a good spot to go springboard up that eastern coast. They know that it's very unlikely that anyone's going up towards Kameshki or even Stauber, so they can get a shot towards that. They can get some nice safety there. A bit of a follow-up loot if they require it. Roshawk, again, very sparse of players.
Yeah. Kind of excited to see what they can do once they actually either make sure that's a full lineup, that they sign everybody, or they get to play more together. Obviously, Texas being the new sub/player for them. It's going to be in a few months' time, once they have played a lot together, they're going to be able to achieve great stuff. Just by now, we see what they're capable of.
Yeah. Here come the scouts as well. Every team seems to be sending someone out. Car in play, just moving around the map, seeing what's available, seeing what spots are there. That's going to be made, maybe a mark on the map. All right, guys, there's a team here. And it's just passing that information back and forth. It's trying to get that real estate early on, not take too many risks, and just create that route for the rest of your team to be able to come up safely and get to position.
Yeah. Especially Western guys here, they want to move early even. Take some shots at Champave. This compound. It's a good position to have, good position to keep. So looks like the rest of Imperial, they're going to move up there as well. Get that early position. Good compound to stay in. You can keep all your cars. You can rotate easily from it.
Yep.
I kind of hope we're going to see a Stelva-ish ending. I like those endings. Everyone have to be on foot. You see those good fights. I'm sending very early rotations out.
Yeah, teams... there's not that many compounds, just purely because it's very unlikely the circle's going to go super far north, right? So there's not much up there. So any of these compounds, especially on the eastern side, are still pretty open. There's about 2 or 3 that are certainly very, very viable here. Even just north of Mansion, some great areas. We saw that being a couple of the circles yesterday. But there's a lot of teams that haven't started the rotations yet. The ones who are quite far out here, you still have Rogue obviously in position, the players down by Primorsk, and the Groza with 4 times, obviously level 3s everywhere, and some nice bits of 7.6.
Yeah, and looks like Texas from Knights is going to be able to pick this up just for free. Hybris is the only one pretty close to it, but he's at least 300-400 meters away, so Texas is going to be able to take this for free and just pick it up, upgrade everything. It's going to be very good for the Knights. This might be the game that they could take home with that extra firepower. They are, of course, on the eastern side of the map right now, but the whole north and eastern side of the map is just free for the taking, so they could just push up easily. Or if they want to, obviously gatekeep, you know, teams like DC, Vitality, even the further southern teams like Rogue and Vegas Squadron coming in right now.
Yeah, and this is all about the timing on this too. If you're coming in at this point, you're going to know that a lot of the prime real estate has been taken. You're going to have to try and work out what you want, what's the likely chances. And we are seeing a couple of teams finding their positions, finding those nice little deflades or dips to play into. 2 times AK level 1 helmet, Vector on back. It's not the dream setup, but it will certainly do for now. There is a team in Yasnaya on the very outskirts. These are shots coming through. So that's going to give away the game. And actually one of the Vitality players there, Shiv, was did manage to find Kemba. Oh, that's a nice shot.
Fiddle here, Project X, making some shots. Well, in a pretty good position as well on the western side here. Obvious Naya, so they're going to be able to defend that. It's a very good transition position you can stay on and stay in. We saw Ghost playing it yesterday. You usually don't see that many teams playing it, but it's a pretty good position in this kind of zone where you know, not sure where it's going to go. It's going to go east, west, north, or south, of course. We'll kind of just stay in the middle. Yeah,
and this is Knights now going to be able to explore that northeast side, so that's excellent for them. They can go throughout all of this as far as north as they want, take whatever ground they want. There are other teams vying for this. They're not alone in it, but they're ahead of the rest. So Texas right now heading up there too. Of course, he is with Knights. He was the one who did pick up that Groza. Oh, no. What is going on here? He only has 1 medkit too, so that could be a bandage for a little bit of time. They're not exactly ideal. And you can see a lot of these teams just watching the rotations coming through. It's Alabama North, if I'm not mistaken. Having a little bit of a couple of shots coming out. On the other side, bit of pressure this time. This is Vega pitting in Knights. Bit of an awkward position here. It looks like the Vega boy's going to try and adjust over the top. This is nice from Vampire. If he had another gun other than this, that 6 times not exactly ideal. There's the switch up to the other gun, maybe looking for a little bit of a closer range, but falls back to the tree and falls away from this. Teammates now coming in support. No scope on this AK either, so his loot is pretty basic. He has only 60 bullets. The Knights guys are opening up towards that Dacia going past, but gets to safety. No worries.
It's not going to be a problem. He's just going to have that extra players joining him, but the compound here to the east is actually free for the taking. And Knights have done a 3-1 split. Drayton is kind of staying in this this compound south of them. They're going to be keeping that. DC is going to be moving in now, somewhat slower than the Knights. Obviously, you have to when you have the Knights north of you. Here.
Look how open that south side is as well.
Yeah.
Like, everyone's so central here. Going way further north than south. Again, this opens up great opportunities for Rogue, Vitality. Any of the players coming in a little late, they actually get, you know, a decent position without being questioned on this DC. Still very nice on the eastern side. And there has been that late pressure towards the northeast that's come in here. We've seen, obviously, Knights getting up there. Oh, God. That's really not good. That's 6 times bouncing away. You and that laying in the fire, trying to predict the angles and just trying to dance around it. And it's just an absolute madness through these fields. Trying to get themselves some sort of safety. Ewan does have plenty of bullets to play with too. 220 in the pocket. So he's fine to be making these shots.
I'm not sure if Rogue, they actually decided to stay here and try to gatekeep Na'Vi, because they know kind of Na'Vi is, they have this kind of path here because they're outside this zone, they're not inside this zone. I'm not sure what their kind of plan is here. If it was to kind of gatekeep or even try to catch Na'Vi on the rotations over this hill. But now they are going to move, go slowly with the zone. And as you said, the whole southern zone only has Vitality in it. Everyone else is kind of in the Yasnaya kind of line and north of it. Trying to put their eggs in the basket going north.
So far, here comes everyone just kind of working their way through. This will be Hayes and the guys. This is Plumbers getting an additional player in. So Anonymous is in the roster, as is Hayes, if I'm not mistaken. It's the additional man that I'm going to have to see who that is. Just, you know, maybe just chiming in, trying to help out at the moment because their players, something's happened there. So, oh, they actually have 4 players, apparently. So, again.
Oh, it looks like it's Hayes, Anonymous, and Yuki. Hayes and Yuki was the guys in the last game, so Anonymous...
So Anonymous is hot back in because he was in yesterday's games.
Yeah, he was in yesterday's game as well, but as far as I have read on certain... oh, Ultrastar is gonna... Okay, nice. So they are far, yeah. Ultrastar from the Diamond Dogs. He's gonna sub for them. Nice. And Anonymous, as far as I know, Anonymous, he thought they started the games at 11. So he came on a couple minutes to 11. Apparently taking a shower and getting some breakfast, getting, you know, mentally ready.
No.
So he came a couple of minutes late, even though we waited for him.
That's a yikes. That is a strong yikes.
That's a full yikers, yes. Oh, this northern shift. We are going to indeed have this Stalber ending.
Harvey are going to be grinning about this one as well. Crimson in a great spot. Knights can jump up here. Everyone's going to be feeling good about that, apart from the teams who went real late, real south. You can see that instant move. I was like, okay, there's not much here. Let's get moving. This hillside is about to be filled with players.
And this is the beautiful thing about the Stalber kind of endings, that you can, the hills and the forest and everything about the mountain, it can just accommodate so many players.
Yep.
Because you have so many, you know, rocks and trees and everything that people can play on, hide on. It's going to be a full-on Slaughterfest. And now it's the third circle, and we're going to see still 61 alive, 16 teams, obviously. And we're just kind of rotating here. We're going to see the map, and look at this. Nobody has kind of taken a decision saying, okay, let's go all the way around northwest here.
They're all kind of going towards it. You can see the great clash.
Yeah.
Everyone's going to be meeting on that north side, almost polar north. So this is so exciting. I don't know who's going to walk away with the win here. It doesn't really matter. Everything's kind of been almost, you know, started clean. No one really went that far towards Kameshki. A couple of teams went a little north. You know, Harvey were up there early, so they're going to hear all of this. But look at these teams. Everyone's adjusting round. This is going to be absolute madness here. 16 teams alive, 61 players just around Stalber. A couple of them going towards the coastal areas. Maybe we're going to try and find a bit of respite for the next circle, but some of these are really fighting for that real estate. Look just towards the center, towards the south side of Stalber. 2 teams working their way up together, almost parallel to each other.
Yeah, all these rotations here. And this is, you don't want to stop here. You want to get that prime position. Now, oh, these guys actually taking the next level here, being 2 guys in the cars. You might be able to do some damage onto Na'Vi here. TC though.
Is that Noxious in a fight?
Yeah, Noxious. It looks like Noxious on a fight with the guys from original Team of Domination going into Stalber.
See, now I'm still not all that familiar with the brand new kind of, I guess, cover and buildings around Stalber. My brain automatically goes to the older version. So again, I'm still learning, you know, what are the really good bits of cover. Reels here is a little further ahead than the rest of his team, so he's kind of being the, I guess, linchpin if they want to try and move up or fall back. He's going to put down smokes and adjust position because they haven't really won that out. There's a team already in there. I'm pretty sure that's, you know, Domination or, you know, original Team of Domination. But look at the flank coming in, taking the time on the shot, lining it up perfectly and dropping them down. Pandax has just done perfect work. Now they're going to know there's more players here. T-Bone's in trouble. Rock in a hard place, going to just try and run in towards the ruins. But there's teams there too. There's no rest for the wicked at this point. That DP can shred people up. T-Bone prone down, trying to heal up, trying to get a second. But look at these guys. They're being meticulous in approach. The leans, the approach, they're hearing these shots everywhere. Every single angle is so deadly. This is the fight I'm so excited for.
Feel who's going to take down T-Bone. And now Noxious there down to 2 players. 4 teams here in Stalber. On the original Team of Domination, Vega Squadron, Noxious, and Project X. Everybody's fighting for this middle position. Deeks here taking some shots onto Rogue, trying to transition on the eastern side here, going towards Kameski. Looks like they're going to be grabbing Kameski for free. There's nobody there. It's not a really good position either, but you can use it for rotations and taking the decision there. I'm not sure. DC actually had the compound or the area where Vitality was, but they said, okay, let's not do a 2-2 split. Let's go further north. So they put all the eggs in the basket there.
Is it 4 teams up here right now?
Yeah.
Wow.
And Nox is smack bang in the middle in a small pinch. So if the zone is going to go away from them, they're going to have a really hard time. Knights in the southeastern side of Stalber, pretty good position as well. Have that garage area. Red zone is even further south of them, and Na'Vi further south. They're just on foot, trying to push this on foot. Now the third zone, the most important one, is going to pop soon.
Oh, this is so deadly. All right, 16 teams still in this. 59 players, just to keep you guys updated. Of course, you can see it yourself. You're not stupid. This is round 7 out of 10. I'm just reading off what's on your screen. But still, this is when it all really does matter. These teams are so close here. All the big heavy hitters are looking for wins in this one. We need, you know, maybe a double, because no team has managed to double up yet in Europe. And here comes the hit. It's good for all the teams in Stalber. If anything, there's more teams coming their way unless they swing further north or further kind of southwest. So you've got Knights on potential. You've got Na'Vi kind of working their way through. Vitality out there. Rogue, DC. Now, the teams up in Stalber, that's the stalemate. No one wants to make any moves there. They're just kind of holding what they've got. That's their little bit of turf they're not giving away.
Yeah, now DC have to make a decision here. Do they go for the compounds further west, or do they go onto the hill? Hill, they have the pretty good 3 compound split here, and then also they could go for one of them. But as well here, red zone. Are they aware of Na'Vi being a few hundred meters behind them? How would though? They have spotted Imperial.
He's definitely seen that now.
Yeah.
Yep. Where's the rest of his team? He's on his own.
He's kind of disconnected. He's like 150 meters away from the rest of Havu. So
you can't even
he
didn't see him. He did not see the player to his left. I don't know if that's 4x3 or if he's just simply not spotted him silhouetting over the top of that rock. But he could get punished from this. Was he on a level 1 helmet as well? I'm not sure if it was this player. Can we third person him real quick? If we get a sec. Don't know if we can. I'm just being a pain in the ass. But I am curious to see if he's out on his own that far. He's untradeable. He's unrevivable. But I guess he's holding the back lines, right? He's giving Havu room so they can maybe look towards Rogue and Crimson right now. Vitality pinching round 2.
She's going to be able to take this. Faustus taking down 1 hit on him, taking down to about 70% HP. Crimson, though, have pushed even further down, taking this compound, pushing out of the circle, kind of the middle of the circle. So Lockwood is going to take this. Jabavit took a shot to the chest, or the neck even, with that kind of damage. Havu here. Insolenzo is really, he's just kind of staying in this middle here. And now Imperial is taking shots at the other guys from Havu. Vitality as well, moving in slowly, but look at how many teams in the Stalber area.
Oh god, it's
2 more teams joins. Now it's 6. It's 6 teams. If this zone pushes away from them, it's going to be a slaughterfest.
And Noxious only, yeah, this was the Havu guys aren't brilliantly geared. They're level 1 up here, but they are getting into this fight. And Silenzo there. That looked very good, but not quite far enough to reach Cloudtail. He's still all right, and it looks like he's going to take the time now to push forward. Red zone in a bit of a fight. Taking a couple of shots here and there, but the more shots that come in towards Stalber, the more people start working out how many players are exactly here. If this all kicks off, if it all breaks at one point, everyone chimes in. Everyone dives into the fight, and that looks like what's about to happen. Maybe that little bit of a fuse is starting to really come through. Vitality have done well finding Havu. We said that some of the Havu players were a little isolated from the others and they're pinched in here. Havu making a bit of noise has kind of kicked off everyone to turn attention their way. Now the keg powder, the barrel that is Stalber right now is still holding on. The rest of Havu just proning in, finding Deflade's dip so they can maybe find a bit of cover in towards. But that might not last for long. They are being crunched here. And Silencio holding the angles, putting down the smoke, trying to define a new one. And oh my god, the Vega players. This is terrifying. Because you're hearing these steps as well. That's close enough to hear. If you're hearing that jump off, now he's going to run the hell back towards his teammates. But there's a world where someone spots that cross and gives the information, and it's game back on.
Yeah, this Stalber here is going to be on fire very soon. Suntouch here, trying to take some shots at Vitality and Havu. Havu did lose a player earlier, and now Havaki is going to be taken out as well. So Havu is down to 2. And it's kind of because this kind of big split they had going didn't really favor anyone, but everybody else taking those kills from them. The Plumbers on the west side, kind of alone there. Knights on the southwestern side. The kind of middle western side is kind of open. Now the zone is going to go north, and all the players in Stalber, they have to make a transition, and it's going to be a big slaughterfest here.
Yeah, Stauber boys need to move. So teams are going to go early. If they're on the western side of Stauber, they're just going to move now. They're going to be the gatekeepers. It does seem as though the Vega boys, like Vampire Game here, have got an idea as to what's going on. Spotting maybe a couple of players crossing out. Can't see these guys yet. Just watching and waiting. Does catch a glimpse of one moving across the hillside. Just a pixel. That's all you need, but it is a silhouette.
Gets the info, and he's sitting on top of Noxious as well. Now Project X is going to stay in Stauber. We have Vegas Squadron as well, staying there. Now Rogue, they're going to take the Fatality fight here. Oh,
that's a great shot. Monkey there delivers that bullet to the brain. Pretty much you could see the shot coming through was so deadly, so quick to take Jazza down. He thought he had the angle on it. Certainly didn't. That's well, it used to be a dangerous gun, that M16 all silenced up, but not the case anymore. Shots coming in towards Team of Domination. Might be dominated here. Going to be on the heel, trying to get themselves into that safety zone. Still ahead of the time. There's 7 seconds till the circle moves, but they want that cover. They want to find something to play out of. The Nightside are in real trouble. It looks like they've already got themselves knocked here. Maybe, I guess, intentional attempt to deny points towards other sides, but for now that's beyond the point. We are seeing Vampire Game getting picked up. That was the Vega player that was pushed up, a little isolated from the others. He got the spot on the player down by the kind of dip around the back, but look how many teams are here. Again, this is madness. There's two right next to each other right now. And
Real's also able to take one of the Vega squadrons down, so here Noxious is really fighting for that area, letting everybody else. This is going to be knocked out by Maxisol from Vega squadron as well. Page here from original Team of Domination, kind of dominating Imperial right now. OP is going to get knocked. They're down to 2 players. Pete is going to be taken very low and going to get knocked as well.
Cloudtail is right there in the back lines, but actually good turn from Page there. Great work staying alive. Still on the hunt. He's being aggressive, and I love this. Keeping these angles. Cloudtail prones down, expects the push. Oh, that's excellence from Page. Plays the angle so perfectly. Going to get the kill to follow up as well. Brilliant play from him, not only taking the first fight, but predicting the trade, coming back in, instantly turning it. But still, fights elsewhere on the rest of the map still kicking off. On the extremities, very hard play in here. It does look like the Plumber's under pressure. We have Rogue taking fight here too. Red Zone in a bit of a tussle as well.
Yeah, already down to 44 players here, so 15 players out. Hayes is going to be taken down, and that is the Plumbers out on 14th. Very unfortunate for them. Looks like Kremer's on the move. Oh, we have Knights on the northwestern side. Kind of alone there in the northwest here. Kremer's going to be running very close to Avanga as well. And now the fight is really going to happen in the southeast when the blue pushes Project X into the guys from Na'Vi. Stars is going to knock Shade here from Na'Vi. Or Stillmaster, his teammate is. Alabama North here in a pretty decent position to play spoiler. Runners out, so Knights down to 2. We did lose Drayden. It looks like he got a disconnect because he was hanging around the southern area in Stauber, just sitting in a car. So he must have gotten a crash or his internet failed. But look at how many teams still alive. This is now the 4th circle coming in.
It's getting ridiculous. DC still looking relatively strong. Good real estate gathered there for themselves. Bit of a southern shift though, so that's going to put them back under strain. Kill comes through. Project X keeping in this one. Healing coming off there. They are just on the very verge of that blue, still fighting inside it. Panhack's going to find one. This is still a back and forth situation. The kill to follow as well. Trying to take this fight as best they can and just proning around the lip of this circle. Nade underhand gets dribbled in towards the smoke, but no one there just yet.
Dogmata's going to be knocked, so it's going to be one team left. Deeks is going to be kind of sneaking here. He can take it off, has to push here, so the next one has popped. They're not inside the zone, but there's still 3 people alive from Project X. 6 kills on them. Deeks from Alabama North. He is in a very hot spot here. The last player. Suntouch is in the middle of the zone, attacking Crimson even. Vanga in a pretty good position as well. DC is moving in as well. Bob is going to knock Fuffins.
Yeah, this is about to get very messy, just because there's so many teams moving on the northeast side. And it's not the slow side either. That's going to force them quite quickly to move in towards Crimson here. Relatively well situated. Again, though, these situations can explode in a second. That Kar 98, you're praying that hits. You are kind of gatekeeping the DC side out. But again, if you're jump away, you can't be making these kind of head angle pixel peaks because you have no helmet. You're going to get punished very quickly with one bullet, essentially, force you back and you're done for. And you need to just stay alive here. Rogue coming in, DC coming in, and you have Knights as well, all on a roughly similar angle. Now the team, who is that? Is that a Vanga again? You've got Mumino there. Yeah, they're going to be in a nice spot too. They can keep out Knights. That could be quite good fun for them. And the team's working their way in from the leftovers of Stalbert are in trouble. They've got Vitality looking their way. They have a lot of teams. You've got Team of Domination looking their way, and it is going to be these guys lighting up the scoreboard. Vitality claiming one there. Shadow going to get the knock and the kill. The nade comes through, and actually Knight's struggling here. Yeah,
looks like he's going to be running into the middle as well with the car. So he's going to be running for that. Vox is going to be taken out as well. So Knight's out on 12th here. The first very bad game for them in this series. Shadow here, taking some fire from Rogue. Monkey's gonna get knocked. Ewan, oh, is gonna get knocked as well. From Vitality, Raxit returning the fire. Shiv as well. Gonna knock Fuffins. They're not inside the zone, so they have to make a move here. They can't get him up. They have to make a move. Yannick here, pushing. And Vitality's just gonna keep gatekeeping this.
There's nowhere safe. Like, Rogue have just run into the blue, essentially, because they want to deny points from the other team. It's not a bad idea, because Vitality on the side, and Shiv is there. The scoreboard is looking real nice, but oh, what a surprise waiting. Harvu just in the rocks. The Mountain Man is there. I don't really mind. Certainly does mind that kill coming through. 8 teams now remain, 24 players alive. The knock comes in towards one of the Vitality players. Araxi there, going to be found, but not killed, just taken down for now. And again, the circle is shifting towards a Vanguard. That western hold could be very strong.
Yeah, it looks like they're in a really good spot here. Everybody else is on the eastern side or northern side here. DC have to make a decision. Do they want to go up north and come in from that side, or do they just want to push straight into the middle? Red Zone as well, 4 guys alive. They have heard a Vanguard fight earlier, and now Red Zone are engaging. Kuhn is gonna knock or kill Vitality. Look like only Shadow's the last player here from Vitality. He's going to be knocked out on 8th, so Vitality's out there.
They were looking good for a while as well. They were taking fights, they looked confident, and then that's kind of fallen by the wayside. Opened up a chance here for Crimson, DC. That's opened up that one avenue of approach. If you are just tuning in, this is obviously 7 out of 10 rounds we play all the way through. The top 2 teams out of this, you get the most points from kills, position, placing, everything. They get to go to DreamHack Austin, and that is exactly what Horseman is doing. That Car 98 is singing. If he hits a follow-up, that would be perfect. The suppressor's so good in these situations. Another line, another shot as well. This is such good play coming in from this guy. Team of Domination living up to that name and that title, taking out teams left, right, and center. Of course, when you're on these hills, you do have to take into that bullet drop account, but these players know that. They are very talented in the follow-up kill with that 4-1-6. Perfection in play.
Yeah, Horseman singing the song of his people with that Car 98 silenced. Fantastic headshots coming in, and now they have to push this. They have 9 kills on Rally already. 6 kills on Page. Took some very important fights here, and Red Zone are now under pressure. 3 guys is up. 1 has to be picked. Good is putting more pressure onto them. Gonna connect a few shots onto Gavran. Now Frost has to make a move. Push into the zone here. He's gonna be on the flank. Out of the blue. He's gonna knock one. He's taken down as well. Now Makan is the last player, and he's gonna be taken out of original Team of Domination. They're out in 7th. Red Zone.
Here we go. Circle starting to move in now. This is crunch time. Vanguard holding the line is just picking players in the fields, and that is so good for them. But these kills, they can be stolen. These aren't just pure gifted opportunities now. Desperate for him. Amino does get the job done with that SKS coming through. And they do maintain a good spot here. DC in trouble, not in safety yet, and very limited cover. Horseman, we've seen what the Team of Domination can do, what he can do. Smoke to hand, gonna place it down, trying to find new lines of sight. I don't really mind, still in the fight too. 6 teams left here, all fighting for that top 2, top 3. Those are where the real points lay, but you're gonna see Crimson fighting a great fight. They finished well within the top 3, of course, winning out just that last game. Jumbo towards the very top end. DC being denied. I think they might be down and out here. I'm not sure if there's anyone left, and that's certainly gonna be a no now. But instantly, replies come back in from a Vanguard, holding so much great room, but now they're in trouble. They've got to move across, but a Vanguard are taking every fight. Crimson just gets swept out. This is brilliance from these guys.
And meanwhile, Santos is just staying in the middle, getting the next circle as well. He did lose a lot of his teammates early, and then he rushed to the middle, trying to make a snake play here, and it has really paid off so far, putting his team in 4th position at least.
If he gets the drop on this, right, so shots are coming towards a Vanguard. Let's see how well split they are as well, because a Vanguard, in theory, should be watching both flanks, but it looks like they're not. Mumino gets caught out. That's Page on the flank. Draw the attention one way and hit from the other. Page is off the fight. Look how many kills this guy has. Oh, he's so good right now. Dies, goes down as well. And it looks like a Vanguard have just been decimated. 14 kills for this team. Horseman doing great work from range with the Kar 98. Doesn't have too many kills to his name right now. It's all Page, the headline superstar for this side. Team of domination. The name's not a joke, and neither is that spray from Suntouch. Just about gets it done. Havu are down and out, and we are into a 2-team situation. Domination still standing, and on the other side, Suntouch. That's all you got left. Desperately getting a heal off. But look at Horseman riding in, trying to get up close, trying to find a way to ensure this position, but you're out in the open. Suntouch spots it, but the angle is being peaked. Suntouch tries to get the fight down. He's in trouble. He needs to get one down and get him down quickly, because as soon as they get next to him, you know he is done for. And Horseman wants this fight. Suntouch looks for a new angle, takes the fight, sprays it, he can't get it. He's down to nothing, and what a play from Page. From start to finish, that match was his.
Fantastic play here by the original team of Domination. I did not expect that. And 10 kills on Page. It's going to be 16 kills to those guys. And that is what we're talking about. If you get a win with a lot of kills, it's just going to propel you into that top 6, top 8 position. If they do this again next round, they're going to be in a really good contention for this spot for Austin.
I don't know what this does to the standings, because, okay, Crimson was 5th, right? We had Knights, where are they? Can we just scroll up? Oh, wait, they're 12th. You don't even need to. And then Vitality, where did they finish? I'm trying to look on this one.
Finished about 9th, 6th, 8th-ish.
Opens up the board even more. This means that everyone has something to play for here. The previous kind of top 3 winners from the last matchup, that already opened up that standing. This has happened again. This evens out the points even further.
And still not a double chicken dinner for one team. It's
ridiculous.
It's just teams getting different chicken dinners. 7 now, different chicken dinners. Amazing.
This isn't bad at all, guys. If you are just tuning in and you're wondering what this is, why it's so exciting and why it's so damn good, this is the DreamHack PUBG Showdown. I mean, this is all the qualifiers just leading up to Austin. There's already some teams through. We have them waiting out there in the background. They're watching this, you know, eyes peeled, seeing what's going on with these teams. But that's not it for today. We have so many more rounds to go. We have North America up later, but we have still so many games coming up for you today. So guys, do stick around. We'll be back after the break with not only more of us casting, more games, but also the results as the standings to see who's in that top 2 position. So guys, do stay tuned. We'll be back in just a second.